story Atlantis, and just prepare yourself. Okay. So it was July of 2012, and I was sitting in my room thinking about how much that I can't wait to get so sunburned in the islands of the Caribbean, and how much that I can't wait to eat so much ice cream that I feel fat for a week, because this was going to be the best vacation that I've ever been on. So the next morning, we packed our bags and we went to the airport to go to Miami, because this was going to be like the first vacation that my whole family could go on, so I was really excited. So we get there, and I have my grandma over here, who is the type of person who takes pictures of literally everything, from my first steps to your first blink to your first even cry. So then my aunt is over here popping as many pills as the Advil bottle will let her, because she's practically allergic to air. She's freaking out to get on the plane, and then my brother's over here at baggage claim, taking in everyone's luggage off, sliding it across the floor. So at this point, I'm just thinking, please God, take me out. And I get on the plane, and after a long, exhausting 10-hour trip, we finally get there. And I remember Miami was so hot, well, I didn't care, I just wanted to be there. So that night we figured we would just all go to dinner and catch up, you know, get to know each other a little more since we hadn't seen each other in a while, and since our boat didn't leave till the next morning. Well, let me just say we got there on National Unconservative Week. There were people wearing things that I didn't even know they sold. So my grandma would see somebody wearing something, and she'd whisper to one of her sisters, "God, Kathy, did you see that?" While she's signaling them over here for me to take a picture. "Ma'am, come over here, ma'am. Can we get a picture?" Dustin, we don't know if we're going to take a picture. So at this point, I'm just like, please, just let me get on the boat and get away from you guys. So the next morning, we go to get on the boat, and you see everyone from tourists with their fanny packs and their sunscreen to travelers who have done this a million times with their binoculars and bird-watching books. And then there's us, the loud family vacationers who can't get enough pina colada drinks and tropical music. So we get on the boat, and it's pretty relaxing the first day. We just went and dipped in the pool and ate at the buffet. The next day was a little rockier because my aunt got sick. She said she would. So first it started out as a headache, then a stomach ache, and then she was telling us to give her a best because she's jumping ship. So after that, we have one down. The next day, we go to the islands of the Grand Cayman. These islands were so beautiful because the water was like crystal clear, so I knew that I wanted to go snorkeling. Well, after we go snorkeling, we go to head back to the boat, and my brother somehow, well, you'll find out. My aunt, we go to security, and security stops us, and they go, "Ma'am, are you trying to smuggle illegal marine life onto the ship?" My aunt goes, "Well, no, I'm not sure what you're talking about." Well, my brother had somehow caught fish, stuck them in his pocket, and said he was taking them home for his fish tank. Well, I don't know how he did this because, first of all, his fish tank is fresh water, so, you know, they would die instantly. Second of all, I can't even catch a dead salmon patty in the fridge. How did he catch these live swimming fish? So, long story short, security doesn't like us anymore, and we didn't get to keep the fish, so... The next day, we went to the Gulf of Mexico, and this is kind of the place I've been dreaming about since I knew we were going on vacation. And we go to the city of Atlantis, and of course you're probably thinking it's the underwater city, and no, it's not. It's the aquarium. Now, this place that I've been dreaming about is like Disney World for me, so I walk in there and I see all the fish from guppies to freaking whales. So I walk in, and my aunt slips on the floor, as if she isn't miserable enough being so sick. She's on a dirty floor now. Well, my Aunt Wanda, she runs up and she says, "No, stay on the floor, because if you act like you're sick or you're hurt, we can get backstage passes." So my aunt is so furious, she just gets up and gets back on the boat. And my grandma, she tries to go back and make amends, but she's not having it. So at this point, it's probably 7 o'clock, and the aquarium is about to close. So the rest of my family goes ahead and boards the boat while my mom and grandma, we stay behind to get some refreshments. So while my mom uses the restroom, my grandma and I go get some refreshments. Well, to get back on the boat, you have to prove you're an American citizen, which was my mom's problem because her only form was her driver's license, which was now in the locked aquarium of Atlantis. So at this point, we're kind of freaking out. We're like, oh, do we just send her a plane ticket and hope she finds a way home, or do we get back on the boat? Do we save her? So at this point, I'm like, I really don't care. We'll just send her a plane ticket. I really want to eat some ice cream. So we go back to the aquarium, hoping that maybe we can find somebody who will let us in to get the driver's license. Well, when we walk in there, it is absolutely dead. There's not a single person in sight. So since the aquarium wants that rustic feel, they have these bars to keep you out. And guess who is the right size to fit in the bars? Me. So I broke into the aquarium, and of course, being my age, I didn't really want to go into the girls' bathroom. So I walk in there, and I see a driver's license, and it's sitting right there. So I grab it, and I'm on my way out, and I see a security guard. And he has a badge, he has a flashlight, and he has a taser. So I was like, oh God, he's probably legit. So I started to freak out. I'm like, oh God, what if I go to Mexican jail? Things that happen in there are not child-friendly, I can guarantee you that. So I started to freak out, and I started to panic, and I started to run. So I run back to the gates, and I trip, and then I see my mom and my grandma, and they're standing there, and I'm like, okay, I made it, I'm home free, I just got to make it to the brigade. So I cross the bars, and we go back to the boat, and at this point I was thinking, wow, I am now a criminal. So I go back on the boat, and I have all these stories to tell the rest of my family who was not there to the mastermind's criminal escape. So I started to tell them all these stories, and during it I realized that my family is really the most important people because, I mean, what am I going to remember more, the time I break into Mexican jail or when I got a new t-shirt? So I started to think, you know, family is really important, and these are the people that I hold the most dear to me. So I just want to thank them for being there for me. So.